G'day folks, well today I'm working on these two Ryobi blowers. Picked them up the other week at the tip shop for $10 each. All it appears to be wrong with them is fuel lines, so I've just sort of given them all once over already. I don't really deal with this stuff with the smaller carbs, I just like working on my mowers and that, but I need a blower for around the place, so I'll grab this one just for the general good condition of it, and then I thought, well, I may as well grab this one too in case I need some spares. So without any more mucking around, let's just try and change some fuel lines. Righto, I'm guessing to start with we might take this cover off. It's got a torque screw in it, the son of a bitch. Of course it bloody does. Yeah, and it's got to come out. Oh, maybe not. If we could sort of flex it out of the way. So that's the return line. This is the main feed line I want to get to begin with. She's even still in the shot. Kind of. Alright. Let's just start with this feed line. I'll just snip it off and push it in, because that's what we're doing. Here's part of it. Right, well, there's that line. Oof, stinks. I've got some new line, got a new filter, got a new primer bulb. I suppose the aim here would be to feed enough line in, put the filter on and pull it back, and then snip it to length. We'll get working on that. Cut the end at an angle, I suppose. Oh. Going in. Right. Got this little springy thingy, sort of like a hose clamp, I guess, off the old lining. And somehow get this filter in this hose. I'll leave this in the sun for 10-15 just to warm that hose up, because it's a little bit of a stretch. Compare it to the old filter. And the old filter is actually a little bit smaller, so. Alright. Or I'll even go and see if I've got a more suitable filter floating around. How about that? So with some perseverance, got that back on. I couldn't quite get this spring thing over the fuel filter, but considering it's a little bit larger, it's probably going to hold on there quite well. So that's something to keep an eye on because I'm not getting rid of it anyway. I guess the guy bought it on the 16th of December 2008. Anyway, we'll pull this back into the tank now, snip him off, reconnect it, and maybe work on the return side. So I've got the first one of these pulled out. That's the one that goes from the primer bulb back down into the tank. And it's just worth taking note, the longer spike on the primer bulb seems to be the one that returns back into the tank. And the shorter one comes back around to the bottom of the carburetor. So, got the return line in, it's hooked to the primer bulb. Got the return line from the carb pushed on there. I did have to take the air filter housing off a bit and just to get in there. It's a bit tight. You could obviously just take the carb off, and to get the fuel lines in a bit easier you could take the tank off. I just choose to do things the hard way because I'm stubborn. Anyway, so let's just get it up in the stand. We'll tighten this back down, we'll get this line back on, put this cover back home, and put some fuel in it and see if anything else is wrong with it. Snagging down. That line back on. Get this cover down. How did I tuck that up out of the way? Must have been like that. Where to pull screws? There they are. 2 or 3 through. You started. Where's the third one? There. One, two, oh. That one's a bit stripped. Right. Suppose that'll just snap back into the housing somehow, I'm guessing. Like that. Alright. Move some of this shit out of the way. Yeah. That's more than enough. Oh, there's the fuel cap. Right, hopefully you saw some of that. Oh, air filter cover. Getting a bit carried away there. Alright. Oh, we got fuel coming into the bulb. It's a good start. On choke. Don't squeeze the throttle on, that says just right. That's one down. Seems to go okay. I'm just going to send it on the second one and we'll come back when it's done. So on this one, someone's already done the lines before. We've got the one that goes from the tank up to the bulb. And if I do recall correctly, it was the other way around. The one down to the tank went on the longer spike. So this one's fairly new. It's all fairly flexible and see-through still, but the one from the carb to the primer bulbs, well. See if we're 2 for 2. This one's missing the little thing that stops the fuel cap going away too far, but no massive issue there. The cap says 50 to 1. It's getting 25 to 1 today. And we'll probably keep getting 25 to 1 because I'm not running the bloody second 2-stroke can. Anyway, we're on. Didn't quite tuck this gasket back in properly. I'll have to come back to that. Bringing up fuel. We're bringing up fuel. There's the start. Start. Well, that's not promising, is it? Doesn't have the compression the other one does. Oh. I'm just going to stick our finger over the carb thread. Definitely got fuel in there. Let's go again. Definitely not as happy as the other one. Still runs. I know it'll go with a bit of use. Got varnished up fuel in there. All wants carb work. Needs carb work. Not sure how well it'll turn out on the microphone, but you can definitely hear some engine knocking and rattling when you do get it throttled up. This one ain't happy. Always good for parts though. There was no air filter in that housing on this one, so quite possibly it's just dusted. So that wasn't what I wanted this week's video to be, but anyway, aftermarket parts I wanted to try out on this have not showed, so, well, some of them did, some of them were very wrong. So we're coming back to this fella. Meanwhile, got one of these to use, one for parts. Now I could even clean this one up and sell it again, seeing as it goes pretty good, and then just bust this one's chops around the shed, and I'll find another one. These ones are at the tip all the time, so I just don't like picking them up too much. That all said, thanks for watching.